Now let's imagine that in the game we're designing sound for, you need to level up to gain access to the second radio station. Right now in level 1, the casual radio station is totally distorted and we have to pick up some codes to decode that station. So what we need to do is distort the casual radio station in a way that can be decoded by the player later. Let's first start by thinking about what kind of effects we can use to make this casual station inside the radio sound too distorted to listen to pleasantly. As you can see, however, our effects are grayed out. We can't add any effects to this level of the container structure. So in order to add that effect here, we're going to have to override parent. And as soon as I check that box, you'll notice that the Wise parametric EQ that's sitting on its parent container, it disappears. And that means exactly what it looks like. It means that that parent container effect is no longer affecting the subcontainer casual blend container. So we don't want that. We actually still want the casual container to sound like it's coming out of the radio. So what we're going to have to do is add it again. We'll go down to Wise parametric EQ and select it. Now, if we open this, you'll notice that the customizations that we created on these values are still applying. And if you look up here, it says shared by casual and radio. So they are now sharing these custom values, and that happens by default. So if you want different values on this level than on the top level, there's something very important you need to do, which is you need to go into mode and you're going to change use share sets to define custom. We're not going to do that because we want the casual station to sound like it's coming out of the same radio as the Latin station. But sometimes you're going to want to change that. And you want to be careful about this because if you're using the same effect in various places, which happens commonly, you don't want to be tweaking values on one container where you've already set them to an ideal place on another. Next, let's see what we can do to make this radio station sound completely unlistenable. I'm going to use for this the Wise time stretch. It doesn't sound like anything right now, but let's change this time stretch. Let's really stretch the sound out. Now that's an interesting sound. That's a good place to start. But right now, it doesn't sound like a radio station. It's weird, but it doesn't sound like a radio station distortion signal. So, for that purpose, we're going to add some guitar distortion. By default, guitar distortion has no distortion on it. You place this on a sound and it will not change the sound at all. You have to go into the custom settings. And here we can start to design what this sounds like. That's perfect. That is very convincing. Let's go back to our radio and see what this all sounds like together now. So if the player tries to listen to that second station, all they're going to get is noise. Of course, they're going to want to learn how to decode that now.